Hey guys, Frank here, your virtual general aviation aviator, and today I am in a corporate jet. Yes, I am. I am in the GLF 550 or the G550, also known as the Gulfstream 550. Now, before I go on, let me just mention a couple of housekeeping notes. Number one, the name Gulfstream is registered and belongs to Gulfstream, and apparently, I don't know this factually, but apparently they do not give the developer AKD Studios permission or any developer to use the name Gulfstream. Excuse me. Unlike Bombardier or some of the other developers can easily get permission to use the the product name. Well, and the reason I say that because I don't see the name Gulfstream in any of the documentation, or the only place that I ever see it mentioned is from users, and it's kind of hard for Gulfstream to go after each and every user. So yeah. Anyway, so that's my little rant here. Um, the other housekeeping note is this is probably going to be a relatively long video. The flight plan today is from Renton, Washington, Seattle, Washington, flying out of Renton, where you find the Boeing manufacturer jets. And let's see, let me turn my webcam on. Just bear with me. Okay. Yeah, where you find the Boeing manufacturer. And I am going to fly to Las Vegas. I am going to fly to North Las Vegas. So, um, in either of these flights, I'm flying into Class B areas, but oh man, what's wrong with the scenery back there? Um, oh well, I'm not going to change it. I guess I will accept it. The scenery is kind of just realized that it's kind of whacked up. Anyway, so yeah, the yeah. So what I was going to say is I'm flying out of um, airports near the Class Bravos. I'm flying out of Renton, and I am going to fly into North Las Vegas rather than Las Vegas. So yeah, yeah. So it sought it out to be an interesting flight. Housekeeping note number three is as with most of the aircraft that I tend to fly on my channel, I am new to this aircraft. So I probably make my share of mistakes. I am not going to go by the checklist, even though the checklist is available in the MFD. One of the things that I really want to do is just have fun with it. And housekeeping note number four, I sprained my wrist. Yes, so operating my mouse is a challenge. So, yeah, just bear with me. All right, without any more ado, let's get started. All right, so yeah, the the Gulfstream G550, and I really like this aircraft. To be honest with you, when I bought it after watching HD simulation flight, and even watching him fly, I didn't have a lot of confidence in the aircraft. I'm like, well, they probably would be on a default level, with systems just halfway modeled. The materials probably is not going to be modeled that highly. But look at here, guys. This is absolutely gorgeous. And I did not expect this. If you follow me through this video, you will see a little bit about how deeply the systems are modeled. All right, so yeah, I'm not going to spend a lot of time outside inspecting tire threads and gear and all that kind of stuff right now. As you can see, I do have the static elements on, and I do have an AC GPU ground power unit connected. All right, so inside. Oh, and that O is for that wrist. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look around the cockpit. Got an overhead. Fuses are not modeled, but pretty much everything else is. Quick tour to the back of this aircraft. Let's see. All right, so the Gulfstream 550 is really on the large side for a corporate jet, in my opinion. Um, I think it might even be classified as a large corporate jet as opposed to an airliner. So it's definitely not an airliner like the BBJ would be. But yeah, let's see if we can't look down. Yeah, so there are steps, and that's unremarkable. Let's see, let's turn around here and rise back up, look up some, and let's see if we, now this, what I'm doing now, I have not done before, so I don't know what, if anything, is modeled back here. So far, I don't see anything modeled. My mouse is not changing. Okay, I did get a change back here somewhere. All right, right here. All right, so, shucks, I hate it that I did that. Okay, and I keep getting, explain the W key is mapped to the palette view, and the R key looks up, the F key looks down, and the E, which is right beside the W, turns me to the right. So yeah, I have to keep going to that E key, and if I hit that W key, I am back in the cockpit, which is what just happened. All right, and I don't want this as a key that I'm apparently hitting the enter key. All right, let's try this again. We go straight on back. Looks like I'm going up, so let me do this, and we did get a click spot. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn on the click regions. That's something that I have done before. I have learned that having the click regions turned on doesn't always show everything that's clickable. All right, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to go forward here, and that's going to be the period key. All right, and raise my eyesight just a little. All right, so this is the first section of the aircraft, and you can see I've got some click spots here. I'm trying to avoid that W key, so I can I can operate my blinds individually, and it looks like I can only operate them from this perspective on the left side, because I don't see anything on the top side. Still gonna mouse around because it may be something I missed. Okay, I can operate the lights, and yep, so that's pretty cool. I do see that for some reason I can do a lot more on the left side from this perspective, face and tail, than I can on the right side. Don't know why, but I can pull out the tables on both sides. So yeah, all right, let's let's store them. Let's go ahead and get them stored because we are going to take off. Now, the the there's a control center right here. Let's see if we can get closer to it. And okay, I can use that mouse to help guide me to wherever I'm wanting to go. And let's see what that control center says. All right, so I got shade, call, volume, audio, video, and menu. And looks like the shades are modeled. Um, so I think I just closed all the shades and, oh, okay. I see why they're not modeled on the right side facing tail, because I can control all of these with one fell swoop. And let's see, call is not modeled. Yeah, the only thing that is modeled is the tail. Um, but yeah, oh boy, I almost hit that. Almost hit that W key. Um, that would have been disastrous. Okay, so yeah, that was. Let me try to raise up some. How do I raise up? Okay, let me just go forward. Maybe I go upward. All right, and come through here. And let's see, I got this table out. Wonder if it'll go in. Like I said, this is gonna be a long video. Okay, now this table is not set to go in. There's a click spot there. Ah, music. Cool. Nice tune. That. So, and then the shades are modeled also. So yeah, two control centers. Oh, control center here also. Let's see if I can turn the music off here. Nope. Okay, so the shades are operated individually from this one. Um, yeah, so actually I'm not even, now I gotta go over here to see if I missed something, because I was thinking this one operated all my shades. And okay, so yeah, apparently this one operates these two shades, and there's probably a shade button here. I did see it change. Trying to find that click spot. Okay, audio works over here. Why didn't audio work over here? Interesting. Yes, the audio is not modeled in this particular chair. So, ADK, if this video turns out to be relatively popular and you actually watch this, then hopefully you'll go back and pick up some of the things that you know, make it more consistent, or maybe not. You know, to be honest with you, I'm not one to spend a lot of time in this area of the ship. Let me turn the music down just a little bit. Hope that's a little better. In fact, I'm gonna turn it off. And okay, shades are open. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to turn it off from up here. I think this is the last one that I turn it on in. All right, so I want, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so pretty cool, in my opinion. Yep. So continuing on with the tour. Let's see, where am I? Um, all right, so I think I just reached another section. And I want to turn my head this way. Actually, yeah, let's try it that way. And uh, lights. Cool. Yep. So this is the second section. And then finally, I think they call this section in the back the stateroom, which usually sometimes you can um, have a bed in here, or maybe let's see if this one look like it can turn into a bed. I don't know. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. Um, but yeah. So I am pleasantly surprised the fact is that some of this stuff that I didn't know worked. This probably will come on once I get the aircraft in flight or start get the power set up properly. Yeah, so I've been back here before, so I do know that this is our restroom. Um, and let's see, I want to, yeah, all right, let's get in the rest. Yeah, so yep, and that's where all the important documents go. Also, not only the important documents, but the imported documents, right? All right. So yeah, we got a document center here, and and after you get rid of your documents, then you can use this to destroy the evidence. All right, and then you got access to some storage area from inside the cabin, so which is pretty cool. All right, so I am going to pop back to the cabin. Oh, let's see, what is? Oh yeah, I can put my get some privacy if I needed to. All right, so yeah, let's get started here. We've had our tour in the back, so we know what's going to happen with the passengers. And today we actually are going to take on 7 passengers to make this trip to Las Vegas. And um, so first thing we probably want to do is get some power. Let's turn the click regions back off. Well, before I do that, let's look around. So yeah, I've got stuff clickable that I had not clicked on, and see I can. Oh, okay. So I can use the flashlight for night flights when I first come in. That's good to know. And I didn't know that all of this stuff was clickable. I do use the comms, and I knew that the NOWs work, but ADF, I had no idea. The sat phone, um, I didn't know it worked. PA, um, I wonder if when I bring my passengers in, I've heard the PA before, but I never knew how to activate it. And okay, I got oxygen. Needless to say, I haven't run through the documentation like I should. I fly so many aircraft that that one day I can, if I never buy another aircraft, I've got plenty in my hangar to keep me company for months, if not a year or two to come. All right, if I want to get to know aircraft more intimately. Um, so, so yeah, just some idea of what's clickable here. And armrest, no, jump seat, no, armrest. Okay, and flashlight on that side. And yep, okay. So cool. What is this? Okay, remove the yoke. All right, so let's get rid of the click regions and get this guy started. Oh, that wrist is giving me a hard time. Okay, and so let's go up to our overhead. That's where most of our business, ouch, will be happening. All right, so I don't have a real flow for this, so just bear with me. All right, so we're gonna do the main batteries, and we got the GPU outside, so we're gonna go on the GPU. All right, and our power up test is in progress, so happy, happy. All right, let's turn on our display units. Okay, and they're on. And for me, I like to go ahead and get my irises, start that alignment. So I'm gonna turn those on. And I should have a cast here, R3 IRS aligning. Yep, happy, happy. All right. So at this point, I'm gonna do my APU fire test. APU fire, okay. And bottles, let's see, fire test. I think this is my bottle. Um, yeah, and see, fire fault, okay. All right, so I'm happy, happy. I think I've done enough to be able to safely get the APU started. So I'm gonna turn some fuel on for the APU and go ahead and hit my master and wait for my ready light. Now you see when I turn the fuel on, um, it's actually pointing to this APU and this APU. So I actually need to turn these two on before my ready light to get my APU to power up to get my ready light. All right, and the ready light is real light, so I hope it's yeah. I think you guys can see it ready. So now I can start this guy, and with that said, I can start my APU, and I can turn off my external power. Okay, and I might as well get rid of it. Okay, and at this point, you know, to be honest with you, a lot of stuff I should do on external power as opposed to trying to do it on the APU and ooh, burning fuel. So yeah, but in this case, I've already gotten rid of the GPU. So we'll just do it this way and just clear this this stuff up and go ahead and turn on the rest of my fuel, lest I forget. And I need a nav light. Let people know that I should have turned the nav light on, to be honest with you, before I started the APU. But there's no risk of the plane moving, so I'm okay. All right. And while it's laying, might as well turn that off. Okay. On. All right. And let's go ahead and turn our APU bleed arrow on and get the cabin to feeling comfortable. All right, so it knows my cabin altitude, and these are on auto, manual, and I can change it. And yes, I got granular control over it. All right, so what is next? Let's go on to the GPU and start getting some things set up. Now, this aircraft is integrated with SimBrief, which I love. All right, so I am going to go here and download SimBrief data, and it grabs my route, flight number, cruise altitude, um, and actually I am not going to be departing 3-4, I don't think. Uh, let's see, what we need is a meter. Okay, so never fear. Okay, Renton, K Romeo November Tango, and print that meter. Is that not working? There we go. Took an enter. All right, so winds are 180 at 10, and I got runway 17 and 34, I believe, or something like that. Okay. Um, yeah, so I need to modify my flight plan, and let's get that pulled up. And I know you guys can't see what I'm doing at the moment. Just bear with me. What is it? SimBrief I'm looking for. Okay. So SimBrief. Dispatch. Edit flight. And Renton to North Las Vegas. Oh, there's my alternate climb profile. Flight is max. And general aviation IFR. Two alternates, 39,000. Departure runway is going to be 16. All right. Do you want to select new SID stars for these runways? Yes, I do. And for neither one of these, I'm not seeing a SID or a star. So yeah, that's gonna risk. That's gonna be a little different. All right. And I try not to ooh and ah so much when I turn that thing the wrong way. All right. And so much for that. All right, so now that we've done that, I skipped the step. I needed to generate the flight plan, right? So I can pull it into the aircraft. So I'm going to do that off screen here. And I'm gonna go home, sim brief, and incidentally, fortunately, I keep a backup of X-Plane because the drive that I had my X-Plane 11 and 12 on stopped working. It just completely died. It was on a SSD card, a 2 terabyte SSD card, and it stopped working. So I had, fortunately, I do keep a backup, and now so I was able to switch to my backup and only miss a half a beat. All right, let's see. Let's re-download this information, and now I got 1.6. All right, good deal. Good deal. All right, and let's go through a payload. Insert sim brief data, and I've got my 7 passengers along with my cargo from sim brief. And looks like, let's see, let me look at my flight plan. And actually, let's do it this way. Have a tab. Aircraft, airports. Let's see. I'm thinking that I can pull up the flight plan from SimBrief here. Aircraft. Um, let's see. Aircraft. And maybe not. If I can, it eludes me how. Um, but I can go ahead and put this in. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Renton Municipal, and I can get charts. Departure. Well, I'm not doing any departures, so I just go ahead and pull up my airport chart. And so I know I'm gonna take 1.6. So when I come out, looks like I'm gonna turn to the left, pointed towards the runway. All right, so let's go back here, and um, I can tell you guys that I need at least 9,500 pounds of fuel. That's my block fuel, 9538. And looks like I've got um, 20,000 pounds. So I've got over twice the amount of fuel that I need. So I'm going to call the fuel truck and have some fuel taken out. All right. So let's let's make this 10,088 pounds, and we'll set that. Um, you notice there's no field truck out here, and then I'm gonna hit set, and now I do have the field truck. Of course, they parked right there over the Cessna that's about to take off, so it should be pulling out momentarily anyway. But yeah, so the field truck is in use, and I'm defueling. Okay, cool beans. All right, and it takes a while for the passengers to come, so I am gonna, let's see now. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take passengers to plane. So I'm gonna go ahead and call the car and let them get my passengers. Now, see, stuff like this, I really was not expecting from the developer of this aircraft, so you can see why I am so pleasantly surprised with this aircraft. And now that I've got it, I actually do like it, and I like it a lot. Okay. Um, One more thing before I go. Let's see, go back here. Is I got the setting page, and right now I got everything on real. I can do, I get some granular controls over some stuff. Say I should turn my tiller on. Um, yeah, turn the tiller on. And on the next page is where I would set up my SimBrief information. Okay, so going back to ground um, payload. I mean, okay, what was that? Okay, so I'm still waiting on the car to pull up with my passengers. I don't get any kind of notification when it does, so the only way I know is to check back. All right, so ground. Let's go ahead and well, we don't want to remove the charts until our passengers get on. I can see the field truck out there. All right, and close all doors. Nope. All right, so yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and set up our flight plan. Now, I noticed this that the IRAC that I'm using is actually 2308 and this says 2307. I'm not sure why that is, but um, but I think that works. All right, let's initialize our position with GPS and sensors still aligning. Okay, so that will populate once it aligns. And let's go to our flight plan. Now, one thing about X-Plane is I can always input these flight plans. So what I need to do, since my downloader is still pointing to that drive that failed, um, I need to bring SimBrief back up. Okay, so get SimBrief, and I need to download the flight plan. I've already generated it, and now I'm gonna download it to the right place. This is the one that I want, and it should be downloaded to drive E. Okay, which is another 2 terabyte SSD. Do you want to replace it? So I had already downloaded it before, and yeah, so now I'm happy. Okay, so I can get it and import it, right? All right, so I'm looking for Renton to North Las Vegas. These are in alphabetical order. I got 3 pages, and here it is right here, corresponding with this soft key. And Renton to Las Vegas. Let's activate that. Okay, and we are good to go. No SIDS or stars, but we do have runways that we're departing. So we're going to depart 16, and we're not using that departure. Probably points us in the wrong direction. And we are planning to well, let's go ahead on to our initiation performance PERS page. Got 5 pages there. And I like to do 270 at 0.78 and cruise. I'm okay with this. Actually a little bit faster. Let's try 320 at 0.83. I'm not sure that my knots is corresponding correctly. And I'll take the 300 knots down on a 2.5 feet per minute, not feet per minute, degree, 2.5 degree descent angle, or yeah. Well, I could do 3, but it's more comfortable to my passengers to do 2.5, so we'll just hold with that. All right, and next page. All right, so step increment, fuel reserve, and takeoff landing fuel. That may not be correct. Let's see. Well, actually, I've got that information in the flight plan, and let's see, takeoff fuel. Let's see, let's summary and fuels. Takeoff fuel is 9,004, and landing, so 9004 slash landing fuel, if it's calculated minimum takeoff fuel. Say, say, trip alternate. I should land with 1,000 pounds of fuel on board. So yeah, because I'm carrying 1,000 pounds extra. Okay, and let's see if it'll take that. Okay, and it did some goggling with it. Fuel reserve, 1725, 1725. Let's try putting that in. And yeah, so exactly what's going on, how it's getting these numbers, I'm not sure. But a lot of these guys who fix this stuff up are a lot smarter than I am. All right. Transition altitude is 18,000. Speed limit below 10,000 is 250. Initial cruise is 39,000. And winds. Now, cruise winds, I noticed that some people get this from the top of climb, and then other people get it from the average winds. I'm not sure which is correct right now. I'm going to use average winds out of my flight plan, which is 237 at 22. Okay, and ISO deviation is plus 10 degrees. And yeah, all right. And yep. Okay, so next page. And basic operating weight. And let's see if they give me the um, times and weights. And let's see, is that trim? I'm not seeing the BOW. Uh, Weights. I got passenger, cargo, payload, zero fuel weight, fuel. Um, and I think zero fuel weight and the BOW are different numbers. So I'm just going to, let's see if I was wondering if it might calculate that for me, but it didn't. All right. Passengers, I've got seven at 180 pounds. Let's see, I think SimBrief uses, um, they actually include baggage and they usually give baggage 30 pounds, so it's usually 225 for SimBrief. Um, let's see. So I'm gonna go um, not 235. Let's see, 175 plus 30 is what, 205. So let's do seven at 205 for my passenger weight. That includes a bag that whatever gear that they want to bring on, and also for whatever reason we've got 1,500 extra pounds. Now I believe I may have been able to import all this stuff. I don't know why cargo jumped to 3,300. I don't, yeah, I'm not sure what it's doing. Um, yeah, but I put in the numbers. I'm just going to accept what it gives me. All right, and my performance is initialized. All right, now I can do my takeoff weight, my takeoff plan. No VNAVs available. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. Clear this message out. All right, climb. And yeah, remember we had that set at 270 at 0.78 as opposed to 300 at point 0.8. All right, and again, no takeoff is available on cruise. So top of climb altitude 390. Yep. So we only got one page of that. So yeah. All right. And landing, uh, don't have any performance data for, don't have any VNAV data. And apparently I need a SID or a star for VNAV. All right. Okay. All right. What is next? So yeah, I'm pretty much done with the flight planning. Got two pages here, so let's jump to the next page. Fuel management. Let's just look at that. And yeah, two pages there. So yeah, I've got some stuff. Incidentally, this is the custom um, flight management system I do believe, let's check and make sure. Yeah, this is the custom one. Um, if I go to menu, yep, this is the custom one. All right, and yeah, back up. So, so yeah, unless I flew this jet a while for a long, long time to get familiar with everything, then this is as far as I can go. All right, so we did all that on the APU rather than ground power. Now this is the point that I should be switching to the APU. All right, so my passengers ought to be loaded. Yep, they are loaded. Boarding is complete. All right, so to do a little comparison with the zero fuel weight, Sim Brief has 54,000 and um, the aircraft has 53,000. So yeah, I'm pretty much okay with that. It's close enough. All right, and oh, something's taking off. Okay, so yeah, let's get back here. And what is next? Are we about ready to go? Um, let's see. So do a little check here. All right. So let's give them a hand signal and let them know that we are ready to start up and get moving. One more thing I need to do is tune my radios, right? Let's see. So ATIS is 126.95. Incidentally, one thing I didn't show you guys is how detailed this is. You see, in this PDF, I got um, this pitch trim information taking a third of the screen, and I can change that to full screen. Um, and to bring it back, just click it again. Um, I can change this guy to 120, 180, and 360. Um, ID waypoints, which is not showing ID airport. Yeah, so all of this stuff works. Um, and for displays, uh, this this is clickable, this is clickable, and these soft buttons here are touchable or clickable. All right, so and of course, uh, sorry guys, and of course stuff like let me just finish my radios. I skip around. It's like squirrel. Okay, let's see. But I wanted to see my frequencies, and I think they are in. I know they're in the MCDU, but I thought they were up here somewhere also. They probably are. Uh, map, nav. Uh, yeah, so some stuff don't look like it's finished up, because when I'm looking at this, another squirrel, I'm not getting my V speeds. So yeah, I still got some work to do. So it's not time to call yet. Let's go here and go to perf calculator, and let's read this stuff from the sim. All right, so now I've got some V speeds, previous page, read from sim, and let's see if that, let's see, read from sim. Okay, now I can send it to the FMC. Okay. Um, okay, so we are going to do a flaps 20. Flaps 20. So let's go ahead and dial that in. Ouch. Okay, so you see my flaps here. It's flaps 20. And next page. All right, that's my landing data. And I was looking to see if it did a trim. Okay, stabilizer trim is 11. All right, so right now I'm at 5. So let's get this guy up to 11. All right, 11. So I'm happy. All right. And now let's send it to the FMC. And there we go. All right. So, yeah, that's the way that works. All right. So what's next? Yeah. Um, so, and the HUD says it's inoperable, but it actually does work to some degree. Let's see. Ah, shucks. Let's get here. Yeah, so my HUD does work to some degree. Um, I am not accustomed to using it, so I'm not going to use it. All right. Um, and and so let's see, where do I want my map? Um, when and vicinity. Okay, map data. So yeah, we're just kind of going through stuff, seeing what's available. Return. Yeah, so you can see how deep this goes, and yeah, look at that. Nice, isn't it? Vertical profile. Of course, I don't have a a star, or I see it, but for arrival, a star. Um, but I mentioned that, this is clickable, map view, clickable, verticals. Um, since I don't have any vertical information, aircraft center. Uh, so looks like a lot of this stuff across here is um, replicated, or um, there's some redundancy is the word I'm looking for. Heading, let's see, heading um, 16 is where I'm taking off from. So let's go ahead and dial that in. And I didn't set up the I didn't set up the mode control center. So let's try to get that set up. All right. So that's this guy, and I thought I set up a key for it. Um, just bear with me, guys. I'm just going through. See mode controls.
Unable to find view ID 12. Unable to find view ID 11. Unable to find view
Okay.
ID 16.
I thought I set one up, but I'm able to find it, so maybe I didn't. All right. So V2. Let's see what was my V speeds. 123. Trying not to ooh and ah you guys too much, but I get these sharp pains pulsating through my wrist. I don't know how to use the auto throttle. I think this aircraft does have auto throttle. So unless I figure that out somewhere during the flight, I won't be using it. Let's see. So I'll sync this up for 1.6 at the moment, since I know that's where I'm going to be taking off from. And let's see. And our altitude is 39. All right. And yep. Okay. So I'm happy. All right. And tell you, the more I use that wrist, the more it hurts. Make sure this brake is set. Oh, that's not the brake. This is the brake, and it is set. Okay. All right. And I think we're finally. Did I ever get the radios tuned? No, I don't think I did. One of the reasons I didn't tune it because I wanted to see if I saw a way to tune it in the MFD or the PFD, and I bet there is. I do know I want this guy here to be FMS1. That corresponds to the flight plan. So let's go ahead and set that up. And our S's are aligned. And yep. Okay. Passengers are on board. And they're just sitting there wondering what the devil is taking the captain and first officer, because this is a two-crew aircraft, so long to get going. But it is what it is. All right. So let's get the radio. I have to hit the tune button. Let's see. So I can tune it right here. And I'm going to skip clearance delivery. Of course, I don't need clearance delivery at this airport. So I've got ground and tower. We'll start out with ground and put tower for a backup, which is 124.7. All right. And yeah, that's what I need right now. That's where I'm going with this at the moment. All right. And there was a spoiler. Let's see. That was a spoiler in my cast. Maybe that was a different aircraft. Anyway, let's get it started. Ow, let's get it started now. Okay. So get in the hand signal for 2. They gave me permission. So let's turn the packs off. Packs are off. All right. And let's go start. Open that. It's spinning up. And let's give it some fuel. And turn it on. Alright, let's check oil pressure. Oil pressure is up. Got light off, and looks like I've got a good start. Alright, let's do the same for number 1. Give them the hand signal. Start. SVO, start valve is open. All right. Fuel. Ignition is on. Fuel is flowing. Fuel flow is coming up. And looking for the heat signatures. Don't really see them from this perspective. Incidentally, this is a livery that I downloaded. All right, so we got good starts on both engines. I should have turned the beacon light on before I started them. Let's go ahead and turn it on now, even though it's a little bit late for that. Start. And one thing about this aircraft is the generators come on automatically. All right, so I can turn the APU off. Let's stop that. LED's off. Turn off the isolation. Stop the APU. Leave the master on, I do believe. And we just let it wind down. Okay. And I am happy. All right, so fuel is on. Let's get the and the ice set up. Auto, and auto. All right, so that is set up. And close that. And let's get our probes ready to go. And cabin heat, window heat is off. Just clear that. All right. And passenger seat belts and no smoking can come on. All right. And we are ready to taxi. Okay. So we're going to taxi to runway 16 via, I think it's Alpha, might be Bravo. So we're going to hit that taxi light. And logo light. And go ahead and turn the wing out, wing tilt. All right, and let's release our brake. And let's set our brake back up and look at our CAS, because I do have some CAS that I need to address. Come on, brakes. Do I have brake pressure? I think I need to turn my hydraulics on. Let's see what that says. Don't remember what. I don't think I set a key up specifically for this. Really do need to set one up. Aircraft configuration. Main door is still open. Not bad. Okay, so let's go over here and go to ground. Close main door. All right, and that's the only door that was open. Get rid of all these static elements. Yep, so let's see now. Let's see what if that cleared any of these CAS. And actually, I'm gonna turn the hydraulic pumps back on for a minute. And AC configuration. Oh man, it's windy out there. Okay, my peeps, so to keep this video from being too long, I think I am gonna, oops, hey man, don't come through me. I think I'm gonna break it up. Check my tiller here. Tiller is not working. Why is my tiller not working? And having a tough time managing my throttles. Yeah, but so I am going to call this one and bring this one to an end, and we'll pick up from this point and go forward with part 2. All right, guys, so until next time.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.